Join me as I put Stoicism to the test and see if it can really save me from toxic relationships. In today's world, where social media makes everyone's life seem perfect, it's easy to feel like we're the only ones struggling with relationships. But the truth is, most of us have been there, stuck in a cycle of toxicity, wondering how we ended up in a situation that's draining our energy and affecting our mental health. That's where Stoicism comes in, an ancient philosophy that can be a game changer in navigating these tough relationships. Toxic relationships are everywhere, and they can manifest in many different ways. It could be a romantic partner who's emotionally manipulative, a family member who's always critical, or even a friend who's constantly draining your energy. Whatever the case, these relationships can leave us feeling worthless, anxious, and afraid. The emotional turmoil they cause can be overwhelming, making it difficult to focus on our work, our passions, and even our own well-being. It's a vicious cycle that can be hard to break free from, and that's why we need a solution. When we're stuck in a toxic relationship, it's easy to become reactive, to let the other person's behavior dictate our emotions and actions. But Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, which is our own reactions and responses. By doing so, we can break free from the cycle of toxicity and take back control of our lives. This ancient philosophy also emphasizes the importance of virtue in relationships, treating others with kindness, respect, and empathy, even when they don't deserve it. One of the most powerful Stoic principles is emotional resilience. This means learning to observe our emotions without judgment, rather than letting them control us. When we're able to do this, we can respond to situations more thoughtfully, rather than reacting impulsively. This is especially important in toxic relationships, where emotions can run high. By cultivating emotional resilience, we can protect ourselves from the harmful effects of toxicity and make better choices in our relationships. Another key principle of Stoicism is focusing on what you can control. In any situation, there are things that are within our control and things that aren't. When we focus on what we can control, we can take action and make positive changes. But when we focus on what's outside of our control, we can become frustrated and helpless. This principle is especially important in relationships, where we often try to control or change the other person. By focusing on what we can control, we can take back our power and make healthier choices. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus says, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This quote encapsulates the core of Stoic teachings, that our power lies not in the events that happen to us, but in how we respond to them. When we apply this principle to toxic relationships, we can see that we have the power to choose how we react. We can choose to let the other person's behavior dictate our emotions, or we can choose to rise above it. This quote also highlights the importance of taking responsibility for our own lives. When we blame the other person or the situation, we give away our power. But when we take responsibility for our own reactions and choices, we can take back control and make positive changes. This is incredibly empowering, and it's a key part of the Stoic philosophy. In conclusion, incorporating Stoicism into our relationships can be a game changer. By focusing on what we can control, cultivating emotional resilience, and taking responsibility for our own lives, we can make healthier choices and navigate toxic relationships with more ease.